everybody, welcome back to another video. I thought today I would do a little update since I haven't posted in a few weeks to kind of share with you what I've been up to and why I've been doing what I've been doing. So a couple weeks ago we had a house guest, and this office where I do online work also is our guest room. This wall unit folds down into what's called a Murphy bed. So behind that paneling, if you will, is a bed, and it folds down. And this desk, which is sitting atop my IKEA Kallax unit, comes down, and I put these lights away, and that allows enough space for the bed to come down. Now, I've been in the mood lately to do a deep clean on our house. We have not had a housekeeper since before the pandemic, and while I can keep up with maintaining things like cleaning the toilets and the sinks and, the kitchen dishes area and all that stuff, some of the deeper cleaning has not been attended to. So like getting those cobwebs that like to hang out in corners and cleaning the baseboards and things like that. Additionally, I've been in the mood lately to declutter and, what you might consider a spring clean, but do more of a winter clean, a fall winter clean. I don't know if it's the coinciding of it being the end of the year and wanting to start off the new year with a fresh start, or my more minimalistic, tendencies coming more to fruition. So I've just really been having this feeling of wanting to kind of let go of a lot of things that I've been holding on to over the years, but I will explain more about that towards the end of this video. So I thought, why not take the timing and opportunity of needing to prepare my office for my house guest to go ahead and start to do my deep clean / decluttering project with this office. It was a lot of work, and while I don't have any before pictures to show you, I think you get the idea that I really went through and kind of sorted out things that I really wanted to keep on display or keep for functional use. I did have some criteria for going through things that I will share again later towards the end of this video. This stuff right here, kind of ignore. I'm going to sort this paperwork after I get done with this video. So that's kind of a work in progress. It's the last step. But everything else has been done. This is my newest houseplant that I'm trying to keep alive. Pretty much all the wall hangings stayed on the wall. I didn't take any of those down. Like, I did go through all my drawers. And as you can see, there is open space. It's not filled to the brim. This is computer and filming gear, camera stuff, and a printer cartridge. And then this is just some basic office supplies. These drawers used to be very much more full, and it was getting annoying having to dig through everything. I am going to order an insert for this Kallax to add a shelf so I can combine this stickers. These are all planner stickers. I have a planner channel I'm trying to launch. I can put the link in the description. So anyway, these are stickers, and I want to get a shelf to put this one on top of this one, and that'll free up this cube for more storage space. These drawers used to be full, and now they're empty. So that feels good. And then this closet didn't change too much, although I did add the LED strip lights, which I absolutely love. I love the gold hue. That shelf used to be completely full. Emptied all that out. So, not too much changed in the closet itself. This is all my craft supplies, or what Andrew lovingly calls our at-home Michaels. Part of my goal in the new year is to do more craft projects and use up a lot of those supplies, which is why I'm not getting rid of any of them at this point. So that's kind of a little carried tour of my office. I'm excited to get back into it. The cart that the computer sits on needs a little bit of work. Some of the wheels are breaking, and so we need to get them replaced. And I'll probably include that in a future vlog. So that's not quite back in here, but yeah, other than that, it feels like a very functional space. So I'm taking this philosophy and approach to other areas in my home. And let me show you a little bit of that. So this is my closet, and as you can see, I'm in the process of going through all my clothes and really getting rid of what I don't wear anymore. I have to say, since the pandemic, as you probably noticed in my vlogs, I've taken athleisure wear to a whole new level. I don't dress the way I used to dress when I had more meetings out of the house. I'm not going to be necessarily getting rid of all those clothes, but I'm definitely going to downsize. So now a little bit more about my process for this shedding of things. This is the process that I did for all of the belongings in my office, and it's what I'm going to do for this closet and for any other area in my house that I decide to declutter and organize. So basically, I asked myself 3 questions. The first question is, does it spark joy? Now, sparking joy is part of the Marie Kondo method from The Simple Joy of Tidying Up, I think is the title of the book. Yeah, in part of her process, she talks about picking up an item and seeing if it, viscerally connects with you on some emotion. And I think the reason she said spark joy is because it's very subjective. What sparks joy to one person may not to another, but if it makes you feel a certain way, it's probably a good indication you shouldn't get rid of it. The second question I asked myself is, do I have multiple of this thing? Do I have duplicates? For example, notepads. I had so many notepads that I could write notes every day from now until 2026 probably and not run out. And I was like, this is crazy. I do not need this many notepads. My third question was, did I even remember having this? If I came upon an item that I didn't even remember having, it says to me it's serving no function. So that was an immediate DQ. I mean, unless it was something that I've been looking for, like, oh, I found it. But typically it was that, oh my god, I didn't even know I have this. See ya. So let's see. These pants, for example. They're decent pants. Do I honestly like them? No. When was the last time I wore them? Probably 3 years ago. Yeah, these are going to go in the no pile. These sweats. Even though they are sweatpants, and I love sweatpants, they've gotten a little loose in the elastic, and they tend to fall down. So these are going to go in the no pile. These stretch pants that look like jeans, again, I have a ton of casual leggings. I haven't worn them for a very long time. They're going. So you kind of get the idea. That's kind of the process I'm going through. Now, I have to admit, the thought of getting rid of my stuff all at once was a little overwhelming. So I thought, well, what can I do to make it a little more palatable, a little bit easier emotionally, so I can really do a more thorough elimination without the emotional angst? Because that's where we get caught up, right? You're going through stuff and you see something and you're like, I'm not sure. So I came up with this idea to do kind of a timeout space, somewhere that I could get it out of my physical space in my house, but not get rid of it completely, in case I decided a few months down the road that I've changed my mind and I actually want something back that I thought I wanted to get rid of. As it turns out, my father-in-law has a bunch of old moving boxes, and they're just the perfect size. They're kind of this cube shape, what does it say, 16 by 12 by 12 inch. So they're not too big, but not too small. They can't get too heavy, and he gave me a bunch of them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going through. You can see I've got a couple labeled there, books, miscellaneous decorative. I don't know what's in this one. I think some office supplies, my little Cabbage Patch, but I don't know what I'm going to do with, and some Cabbage Patch clothes. That's a perfect example because I'm certainly not playing with Cabbage Patch dolls anymore, and it doesn't really spark joy, but I'm not quite ready to get rid of it yet. I wanted to gift it to my niece, but my sister said that she probably wouldn't enjoy playing with it. So, I don't know. I'd love to also donate it to like a children's hospital or a shelter, but I have to check because I don't know if they take things like that. Need some time to figure that one out. So every spring here we have what's called cleanup weekend, and you can put out whatever you want onto the curb, and the city will come by and pick it up on the Monday following the weekend that it's your weekend. I've posted a video about cleanup weekend here on my channel. I'm going to link that so you can learn more about it. But my idea is to just let that stuff sit in the garage until cleanup weekend, and then Andrew and I will go through it together. He can have a say if he wants anything that I put out there, and I can have one last chance to decide if I want to keep it or not. Most likely, if I am not gone out to retrieve anything, by then I will probably just push it out to the curb and be done with it. Now, I can't pretend that I'm ever going to become a full-on minimalist. I'm certainly not one of these people that has a certain prescription of like, you only have to have 10 possessions or 100 possessions or something. I think that's kind of a misunderstanding or a myth about what minimalism is. I really think the minimalism is however you define it for yourself. But definitely in the last probably 2-ish years since we've really been home more, I've gotten much more connected to my spaces and how they're making me feel. Additionally, I've gotten much less tendency to go out shopping, and that's where I accumulated a lot of my stuff. I used to shop out of boredom or emotional fulfillment or just because. And having been at home more and not going out intentionally has really had an impact on me and my consumer habits. In fact, just when I had my house guest, we went to the mall for the first time for me in a long time. And I really got to be tested going into stores and not having an urge to buy stuff. I think in one of my favorite stores called the Paper Source, I bought one thing, whereas before I used to buy like 5 things, 6 things. We strolled through the Gap and nothing spoke to me. So yeah, that was also very reassuring because I think that for me, this is going to be a lifestyle change, not just a one-time thing. I want to have things that I really enjoy, not just a lot of stuff that I might enjoy. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's the best way I can explain it, at least at this point. So, at any rate, that's what I've been up to. Sorry I haven't posted in a little while. There is more content coming. I've still got a ton of videos on my computer that all I need to do is do the, all the tagging and description and all that stuff and get it scheduled. So I know I've got at least 2 vlogs. I've got some kitchen stuff. The holidays are coming. I'm hoping to do something special for Vlogmas. I'll see if I can pull it off. More Alton shorts coming. So I'm pretty excited, but just needed this little time out to work on these projects and, also not get burned out. So with that, I'm going to close it out. I hope you're doing well. Please comment below how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. We're developing a really cool friendship, and I love that. Part of why I love creating content and posting on YouTube. Also, this Tuesday is Election Day here in the United States. So if you haven't voted already, go ahead and make a plan. Make sure you vote. I'm going to go get this video uploaded so I can get out to you as soon as possible. And then onto that pile of paperwork. And then, hey, this is daylight savings time, so I got an extra hour. Who knows what else I'm going to get up to today. But I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate when people take the time out to watch my videos. It means more than words can say. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.